It's easy to call a council out over certain things, but this, not the council's fault, is it? This is just down to pure laziness. People not taking responsibility. You can't blame the council for this dump of 20 to 30 bags, can you? Good afternoon everybody. Now let me explain the title of this video. So Bermuda Triangle is basically the area of Breck Road, left along Priory Road, and then point to point, and everything in between that triangular area. Now nobody will really have heard of it because it was something that I think was made up in my school, because A, it was the area that we would always find us in, that we grew up in, and B, like the real Bermuda Triangle where ships and planes disappeared. If you had anything nice like cars or bikes within this area, it would be sure to disappear too. Now obviously this is said in jest, but things did disappear here, no doubt about that. Anyone remember Lutein Bell? Still going strong. We used to call that Squirrel's Nest because anyone that was drinking there was nuts. But yeah, so basically this video, Bermuda Triangle, I will take you around, but you can imagine the embarrassment when my geography teacher asked the class, can anyone explain well what they know about Bermuda Triangle to him, and I tell him it's an area that runs down Breck Road, Priory Road, and then point to point, and it's called Bermuda Triangle because everything disappears there. I've never seen a teacher laugh so much when I was so self-assured that, you know, that's what Bermuda Triangle was. I didn't actually know the real Bermuda Triangle, but nevertheless I still call it that to my friends now. We still call it that. Everything in that triangle, I believe, will make for a great video today to talk about and look at some of its history here, and which, like many other areas in Liverpool, has changed into a very much a dystopian society. But we'll have a look around and talk about some of the changes over the years, because people seem to like these videos also. Well, I'll be honest, the only thing now that I see that's disappeared within this triangle, if you like, I'll keep referring to triangle because that's what we used to call it, but it's the identity of the place that's disappeared now. It's not the same as what it was years ago, growing up along here. One thing that has remained the same is Pets Bazaar. If you're from around here, you'll definitely know Pets Bazaar. Years ago, they used to have glass panels at the bottom. You could see the puppies and the kittens through the window. All the kids would be outside, gathering around, one. That's been blocked up, probably for the best, to be honest. Now, this building was Richmond Baptist Church. It was since 1975 until February 2015. The building was purchased by Ahmadiyya Muslim community, I think I got that right, and it's now, right there, just let me get past this car, make sure I get this right. The Beit ul Latif Mosque. I'll be honest, it's something I never ever thought I'd see on Breck Road, was a mosque. But things change, and that's what it is now, since, well, it'll be 10 years now, won't it? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But let's just cross over this road. Since the 90s, these buildings have never changed. As a Scouser, you'll probably remember Blue. That closed in the 90s, and these buildings have stood still since. I don't know what's going to happen with them. The same as that Barclays Bank over there. Anyone remember the Barclays Bank? That's been the same. That's been stood deadlift, must be 10-15 years now, easy. In some parts of Breck Road feels like time stood still. Other parts feels like it's moving on far too quickly. It's a crazy, crazy street. I remember, I don't know, 20 odd years ago, Anfield House was the only place around here really that you could get your Indian cuisine. And now you can get any cuisine you want. Look at this, you've got your African supermarkets here. There's all kinds. This is all your stores. You can get all kinds of anything you want from all over the world. Sahara does store there. It must be like an Egyptian store. On your corner over here, you'd have the Romanesque. Obviously, you see the colours there: blue, yellow, red. Flag of Romania. Always, these fellas outside. You never see anyone going in. They must own it. Must be about 5 or 6 of them that'll stand outside. You never see anyone going in. I know I'll get some grief for that on the comments, but I don't care. I'll say it how it is. There's a Brazilian over here. You can get your Brazilian food next to the Batty and Dexter opticians. And then, as you can see, we have another Turkish barber. One of the 665 Turkish barbers that opened last year in the UK. So many reports claiming the money laundering, especially after my last video. There was a lot of comments about that, money laundering places. With it being a cash only business as well, most of them. And a service based business. This could make sense, I suppose. Just coming up to Pendena Street. This used to be a corner shop. It's all bricked up now. Can't believe that. You have James FM. Tune into that. This used to be a pub on the corner. I can't remember what the pub was called. Gee, that'll do my head in now. If I can remember it, I'll put it up on the screen, or somebody will comment. It looks like it's closed now. Pubs don't really do well these days now, do they? Unless they're serving food. A lot of the youngsters now don't really drink alcohol, do they? They have a Nabsies. A few of them popping up. And you go local extra. There's loads of them all over Liverpool. Times have certainly changed down here. If you're from round here, let me know. Is the famous 14 bus. Been on that hundreds of times. Yeah, if you're around here, let me know. Has it changed or is it just me? Am I just being OTT here? We're gonna head past Georgeson's. Everyone in Liverpool will know Georgeson's. Absolutely thousands and thousands of cars over the years he's had in this forecourt here. Known for his second-hand, not so reliable cars, I'll say. Well, so I'm told anyway. I've never actually bought a car off him. I know a couple of people that have, and they never would, but you never heard that from me. Now, everyone remember this pub on the corner? This was called, can anyone remember? Don't really. It had to change its name. I'll say it anyway, but it was called Cockwell Inn, and then it had to change its name to the Stadium for obvious reasons. But it looks like there's kids over there. Kids? It looks like a school thing. So I won't get them on. But yeah, they had to change the name for obvious reasons. And you have the Willowbank on this corner. It's good to see that they're both going strong, to be honest. Excuse me. But yeah, listen, I know this area like the back of my hand, and it's sad to see the changes, you know. For the better, I don't think so. What do you think? Again, let me know. I love reading the comments and what people think, whether you agree or disagree. Now one of the first shops you see on Priory Road is Tech Bros, a vaping specialist. 35 shops closed because of illegal vapes in Liverpool in 2024. This mustn't have been one of them. Now, some of the reason I like doing these type of videos is because I kind of just talk to myself, excuse me, and get out there, you know, what I think. And sometimes I forget that I've got a mic on me collar and I'll talk about what I want to talk about. Anyone remember the welcome? The car went through that welcome. That's why the top half looks bigger than the bottom half. That used to be Hennessy's DIY. Does anyone remember that? But yeah, it's just not the same. We've got another Tech Bros along here. Mobile phone and vaping experts now. There's 35 shops in Liverpool shut down over illegal vapes in 2024. Anyone remember this laundrette? It must be over 10 years ago now, was it? When there was a 19-year-old chased along these streets here off Priory Road by 5 or 6 other lads, and then finally cornered him in that laundrette there. And yeah, I think it was a single stab wound with a sword that eventually killed him. To be honest, I could tell you so many stories like that just along here. I'm not even exaggerating. There's stuff that you wouldn't have even heard of in the papers. There was just excuse me again. It was a crazy place to live, honestly. But I wouldn't have changed growing up here for nothing. It was great as well at the same time. You certainly had to grow up fast here and look after yourself, which, you know, I think that's took out of some of these kids these days. But look at this, just yards away from the last one we have another vape specialist. Get your hookahs here, your water pipes, American candy as well. This used to be a chippy owned by George and Irene. I think they were Greek. And then this building next door, that wasn't a chippy, that was a butcher's. Billy the butcher, a fantastic fella. He used to have sawdust on the floor. It was a proper butcher's. You don't see them no more. Car carousel's been going for, it must be 30 years easy. It's good to see them doing well. And then that's it, we passed Clapham Road, and that's pretty much it now for the shops. We have a couple more on the right. There's a restaurant on the end, it's got a jumbo. But I'm going to head on now through Stanley Park. We'll go and have a look around Anfield Stadium, and we'll take it from there, eh? Look at this, I never knew this was here, and if you're like me and you love Ricky Gervais, you've probably watched Afterlife. And this bench is donated by Netflix to commemorate Ricky Gervais's Afterlife. If you've watched that, you'll know what the bench is all about and what it's for. Life can be tough, but there's always hope. Campaign against living miserable is by your side. What a great idea that is by Ricky Gervais. I hope that's just rotted and hasn't been destroyed by idiots. You could sit there taking these lovely views and have the thoughts to yourself. What they've done here with Arla Gladstone is absolutely unbelievable. I remember this just being a shell, trees growing out of it, and now they have weddings here. It's fantastic, honestly. Now Stanley Park sits in between Goodison Park and Anfield. Unfortunately, it won't be too long before you won't be seeing that view from here anymore, as the new ground will be Bramley Moordock. It does look fantastic though, doesn't it? It looks an unbelievable stadium, fully deserved. Does anybody remember the King Harry pub? Do you go in there match days? I think it probably makes its money just on match days now. There's lots changed around here. We'll have a little look around this bit, the Anfield Stadium bit. A lot of murals to see on the side of houses. A lot's changed. A lot of hotels around here now. Obviously, the success of Liverpool, we have a lot more foreigners coming over to watch Liverpool. I remember there'd be mums, nans scrubbing the front steps, polishing the brass letterboxes, chewing the fat. Civilization's collapsed now around here, I'd say. No longer the one house proud community it was. But here we are. Roberto Firmino and Anfield there. The socialism I believe in is everyone working for each other, everyone having a share of the rewards. It's the way I see football, the way I see life. As I say, there's an awful lot of hotels here now, which is obviously good for the city. A lot of tourism after Liverpool's recent success in recent years. They even have this, Bernie's bag drop. So of a match day you've come, you've got a flight the same day, you can drop your bags off there. There's obviously money to be made with this. But as I say, I think a lot of these now are B&Bs, and it's quite sad. A local legend there, Robbie Fowler. There's more to see. I'll show you as I go along, as many as I can. I'll show you one more or two more before we move on. Anything is possible. Never Stop Believing there from Jordan Henderson. Here on Sybil Road. And then I'm just a normal lad from Liverpool whose dream has just come true. Now I'm trying not to turn this into a football thing, but I want to show you the Hillsborough Memorial Remembrance Gardens and the Hillsborough Memorial here, because I want to highlight how important this Hillsborough law is. Because from Hillsborough to the post office, from Grenfell to Infected Blood, from Axel Rue de Cabana this year to Prince Andrew, the running themes are ordinary people suffering enormously and the establishment closing ranks to cover it all up. This country is fundamentally unfair and needs to change, because it's us that always seems to suffer. Now most of these businesses will certainly only make the money during match days here around, right opposite Anfield, right opposite the Cop. But there is a group named Home Bay Community Land Trust, formed by a group of residents that have worked together since 2012 to try and shape the area of North Liverpool where they live through community ownership. This is a good one, isn't it? Make your donations here. Food bank, same in Goodison Park. It's a great idea. But that group I was on about, their first major success was saving this bakery from demolition. Home baked bakery. But its most ambitious project is to bring these row of derelict houses back to life, because they're an absolute eyesore and they're sick of it. And last time I heard, they were close to doing so, but the council for some reason pulled the plug on it, so I don't know what's going to happen with them. It's sad that the community has to set up a group to try and sort things out. We'll take a walk down Anfield Road. I'll show you. I'll go up Thelmere Road as well, and we'll zigzag in and out. But again, it's a community that was once thriving. As you can see, there's litter everywhere now. These buildings are just left to rot. Communities no more, in my opinion. Back in 2007, the home ownership rate was 73.3%. Today, it's just over 50%. Is that to blame for community spirit going downhill? If people are renting, do they care about the houses? Do they care about the community? I don't know, there's many reasons, but that could be one of them. Priory Road's always an interesting road, should I say. Here we have milkshakes, or milk sheiks, above it. Not very glamorous, is it? I had family that lived up Priory Road off, Radle Street, a place like that. And now, it was never like this. Graffiti everywhere. Look at this. The houses tinned up. It was never like that. I think on this road there's only 2 houses. Along Priory Road there used to be about 4 or 5 pubs. And this was one of them where the scaffolding is outside. That was a great community pub, but I don't think there's any along here now. They were the heart of the community, weren't they, the pubs? Everyone got to know each other. Now it's like nobody wants to know each other. Everyone avoids each other. Yeah. Here we go. Come back on Anfield Road. Nothing really to see up Priory Road no more, to be honest. Used to be a pub up there called Shanks Bar. That's now flats. But here, gets a little bit more interesting. Across Barrow Street, that used to be Tony Slavin. Who remembers Tony Slavin Barbers? Oh, there's still a couple still going. Now it's Maxie's. Somebody's left a suitcase there. Some of the cheapest houses in Liverpool you'll get along here. Across Breck Road, we have these buildings again. Been left there to rot since. God no. I mean, I've never known them to be anything else, to be honest with you. So, say 30 odd years probably. They've just been stood there. Deadlift, nothing seems to ever be done with them. The odd sign will be threw up, demolition sign, but they're still there. It's still an eyesore. You've got a feel for the neighbours that live around here, the state of that. They did try and do something with this building, make it into a L4, like a mixed martial arts place, but a fight club. I don't think that lasted very long, to be honest with you. Probably get a lot of squatters in there now as well. In fact, I know this thing got a roof on it. This is the back of that bomb blue that's been stood still since the 90s. I've just remembered as I passed Ludwig, let's come back around, and there's another mural. Forgot to we'll show you that before we move on. Probably nearly done now. I've zigzagged my way through the whole of the triangle now. We passed the old barn here on the right. Good to see. I never thought that would carry on going, but I'm glad that's still going. But look at this. Look at this mess. Flying rats everywhere. What's all that about? Come on. Fuck's sake. But here's the mural I come down to show you. But yeah, it's changed a lot. It really has. Dog shit everywhere, all over the floor. Graffiti everywhere. You can't even walk on the sidewalk now without getting blocked in. If you're in a wheelchair, you're buggered, aren't you? Or you've got a pram. Nobody thinks, do they? Nobody cares. And there you go. Sad. We've pretty much done the full triangle now, so I just want to thank you all so much for the support this year. It's been, honestly, it's been overwhelming. I will try and upload more videos, like 2 or 3 times a week. With work it's difficult, but I want to highlight more stuff like this, to be honest with you, because look at the state of it. And let's be honest, awareness precedes change. I do believe these videos are helping. We got that fake Santa locked up, so let's carry on next year, eh?